Hello, fellow knowledge seekers. Welcome to CuriousCraze Network, where curiosity meets enlightenment. I'm DJ, and I'm thrilled to embark on this exciting journey of exploration with you. If you have a passion for the extraordinary, the unexpected, and the downright mind-blowing, you're in the right place. Our mission here is simple: to uncover the most amazing facts that will leave you in awe and broaden your understanding of the world. So buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of knowledge. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of wonder seekers. Let's dive into the realm of amazing facts together. When fully mature, dogs possess a total of 42 teeth. Dogs with elongated and pointed faces generally experience longer lifespans compared to those with flatter faces, such as pugs. In 2005, Frito-Lay introduced Cheetos Lip Balm, but it was swiftly withdrawn from the market due to its lack of success. The average human heart beats approximately 3.6 million times in a year. The impressive average life expectancy of a toucan is 20 years. It takes 864 bees to produce a standard 12 OZ jar of honey. A surprising 7% of all American adults, totaling 16.4 million people, believe that chocolate milk originates from brown cows. Marie Antoinette's final words were directed at her executioner after inadvertently stepping on his foot, expressing, "Pardon me, sir, I meant not to do it." In Japan, many families opt for KFC as their Christmas dinner, with some individuals ordering their meals months in advance and waiting for hours to collect them. The names Arctic and Antarctic originate from the simple meanings of bears and opposite the bears. Your earlobes align with your nipples. Jupiter completes a rotation around the sun every 11.86 years. Hansen produced a beer called Hops, offering a free song with every bottle. Using a hands-free device for phone conversations while driving has been shown to be as or more dangerous than driving under the influence. Even a small amount of alcohol applied to a scorpion can induce erratic behavior, leading it to sting itself to death. The first roller coaster was initially employed for transporting coal downhill. However, after reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, tourists began requesting rides for a few cents. The monster in Frankenstein was never officially named, although it suggested the name Adam. At one point, 50% of the globally produced CDs featured an AOL logo. The marketing campaign's cost was in the billions, but it proved successful. There are 30 times more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way, estimating around 100 billion stars and 3 trillion trees. The first spacecraft to explore Mars was Mariner 4 in 1965. According to biblical scholars, Jesus was most likely born in a cave rather than a stable, as the traditional tale suggests. The process by which bread toasts is known as the Maillard reaction. A cat's front paws differ from the back ones, with 5 toes on the front and only 4 on the back. The term barbarian originally referred to people who did not speak Greek. The Greeks believed that those speaking a foreign language sounded like they were constantly saying bar, bar, bar. A group of horses will not simultaneously fall asleep. At least one of them will remain awake to keep watch over the others. Antimatter is deemed the most expensive substance on Earth, costing approximately $62.5 trillion per gram, or 1.75 quadrillion per ounce. The word friends is mentioned in every episode of the TV show Friends. Alongside Sudoku, chess is recognized as one of the best activities for enhancing mental acuity and memory. In Utah, birds hold the right-of-way on highways. Logan received the most complaints of any movie in the UK in 2017, as viewers felt it was excessively violent for its 15 rating. Nicolas Cage was the one who initially advised Johnny Depp to pursue an acting career in the mid-1980s. While hunting, stoats engage in frenzied jumping, spinning, and twisting to capture a rabbit's attention, eventually hypnotizing the rabbit until the stoat can make its move. Jellyfish are considered biologically immortal, as they do not age and will only die if killed. Extreme ironing is a sport where individuals bring ironing boards to remote locations and iron clothing items. This peculiar activity originated in England. Mickey Mouse became the first cartoon character to speak. In the 1929 episode, The Carnival Kid, Mickey's first words were "hot dogs." Bob Ross initially had straight hair, but he opted for a perm to save money on haircuts while touring the U.S. penniless in his mobile home. Despite disliking his curly hair, Bob kept it as it became iconic. The longer the duration of dating before marriage, the lower the likelihood of divorce. Running a hot dog cart near the Central Park Zoo in New York City incurs fees of almost $290,000 per year, excluding additional cart-related costs. Approximately 15% of active Twitter accounts are social bots, accounting for nearly 48 million accounts not controlled by humans. Contrary to common belief, only 45% of the London Underground is actually located underground. In 2013, a genetically spliced plant, known as the tom-tato, was developed to grow tomatoes above ground and potatoes underground. In Indonesian, there is a word jayus, denoting a joke told so poorly and unfunny that one cannot help but laugh. Red states overwhelmingly have higher rates of dog ownership, while residents of blue states are more inclined to have cats as pets. Frederick Douglass holds the distinction of being the most photographed man of the 19th century, aiming to ensure an accurate portrayal of Black Americans during the Civil War. Apple seeds, cherry pits, apricot pits, and peach pits contain cyanide, but it takes a substantial amount of each to cause sickness or death. In Australia, the number of kangaroos is nearly double the human population. During the Prohibition era, the U.S. government allowed whiskey to be sold through pharmacies, leading Walgreens to grow from 20 retail stores to nearly 400. 15% of iPhone users operate a device with a broken screen. Baby owls are referred to as owlets. To prevent favoring any specific country, the architecture on each EU banknote was generated by a computer to create neutral designs. Elephants can succumb to a broken heart if their mate dies. The average person takes 12 seconds to count to 24. In Australia, it is a tradition to eat sausages at polling places on Election Day, known as democracy sausages. For many communities, this serves as the most significant fundraising event of the year. For her role as June Boatwright in the 2008 movie The Secret Life of Bees, Alicia Keys learned to play the cello within 4 weeks. Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver grapples with severe dyslexia, and he didn't read his first novel until the age of 38. Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air also voiced Shredder in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. The fear of cooking is recognized as magierocophobia. In Cambodia, rats are being trained to detect landmines, clearing 200 square meters in less than 35 minutes, a task that typically takes 2 or 3 days with a human deminer. Approximately 10% of Filipinos, totaling around 10 million people, live overseas. The United States has the highest number, with almost 4 million Filipinos. A group of unicorns is collectively known as a blessing. President Ulysses S. Grant was arrested while in office, charged, booked, and released for speeding on a horse, resulting in a fine. Paddington Bear celebrates 2 birthdays on June 25th and December 25th, just like the Queen. In 2007, someone's backyard witnessed the theft of a 1,000-gallon inflatable swimming pool with not a single drop of water found. Both the U.S. and Soviet militaries have utilized dolphins for training, employing them in tasks such as rescuing lost naval swimmers and detecting underwater mines. Engaging in a negative relationship can compromise your immune system. October 19th marks Evaluate Your Life Day, encouraging reflection on one's life situation and contemplating possible improvements by weighing both the positive and negative aspects. The estimated total population of insects surpasses that of humans by 1 billion times. Snoop Dogg's birth name is Cordozar Calvin Broadus Jr., and his nickname Snoop Dogg originated from his mother, who saw a resemblance to Snoopy from Peanuts. When the historic Plaza Hotel in NYC opened in 1907, a room cost $2.50 per night, equivalent to $64.26 today. Presently, the Plaza charges over $1,000 per night. Originally, the Eiffel Tower was intended for Barcelona, but the project faced rejection due to citizens considering it an eyesore. New Zealand is home to the world's longest place name, consisting of 85 letters. An amateur beekeeper and a group of scientists discovered that waxworms can consume and break down plastic bags. The conditions in a waxworm's stomach can be replicated to safely dispose of plastic bags and bottles. In the past, people used to chew on tree bark for pain relief. Willow bark, containing a high amount of salicylic acid, remains an ingredient used in aspirin today. The oldest "your mom" joke was found on a 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet in Iraq in 1976, even though the tablet itself has since been lost. Kangaroos continue growing throughout their lives, making them the world's largest marsupials. In 1923, a jockey suffered a fatal heart attack, but his horse completed and won the race, making him the first and only jockey to win posthumously. A red blood cell takes about 20 seconds to complete a full circuit through the human body. Iceland was chosen as the training ground for Apollo astronauts due to its moon-like surface. A polygon with 30 sides is known as a triacontagon. The shower curtain effect, where a shower curtain gets blown inward with a running shower, remains unexplained by scientists. The KK headquarters was acquired by the Catholic Church and transformed into a church. In 1984, a pizzeria waitress helped a customer choose lottery numbers, and in return, he tipped her $3,000, half of his $6,000 prize money. Jack Galinsky is of Jewish descent. Neil Patrick Harris, primarily known as an actor, also engages in writing, producing, comedy, singing, and amateur magic. A part of the Falklands Islands littered with leftover landmines from the Falklands War has become a habitat for over 1 million penguins as they are too light to trigger the mines. Young Tyrannosaurus rex probably had a thin coat of downy feathers for warmth, shedding them as they grew older. The first jet aircraft was developed in Nazi Germany, with the initiative starting in 1936 and the first takeoff occurring in 1939. Werner's Ginger Ale, created by Detroit pharmacist James Werner in 1866, stands as the oldest soda still being sold. If you were to be photographed by the very first camera, you would need to sit still for 8 hours. Out of the top 20 most-watched TV broadcasts in the United States, 19 were Super Bowls, and the other was the 1983 finale of May S.H. English constitutes 50% of visited web pages, despite only 26% of users being English speakers. Russian accounts for the second most visited pages at 6%. In Season 5 of Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul, Jesse, received a payment of $150,000 per episode. September 25th is celebrated as World Dream Day, a day dedicated to pursuing dreams, regardless of their size. The National Basketball Association, NBA, was established on June 6, 1946. A snail has the capacity to sleep for 3 years. Since 1497, the United Kingdom has printed its laws on vellum made from calf or goat skin as a means of upholding tradition. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas expressed interest in creating an animated Calvin and Hobbes movie, but the author declined to preserve the comic's integrity. In New Delhi, if a tree falls sick, an ambulance is dispatched for treatment, a practice implemented in 2009 requiring 4 people to carry out the job. In 1998, David Bowie launched an internet provider called BowieNet, offering subscribers exclusive content and a BowieNet email. It was shut down in 2006. The 6th largest pyramid globally is housed within a Bass Pro Shops in the Memphis Pyramid, standing at 32 stories tall and featuring the tallest freestanding elevator in the U.S. Ben & Jerry's maintains an online flavor graveyard for their 10 discontinued ice cream flavors, each accompanied by a photo, lifespan, and epitaph. Females exhibit better color distinction skills, while males excel in tracking fast-moving objects and discerning detail from a distance. During the Aztec era, a slave could be purchased for 100 cocoa beans. The average temperature inside a beehive is equivalent to that of a human body, and bees flap their wings to regulate heat. The famous Lacoste crocodile symbol was created in 1933 and stands as the first designer logo ever. A day on Neptune lasts approximately 16 hours, 6 minutes, and 36 seconds. Infantry sounds like infant because, historically, an army's infantry consisted of soldiers too young or inexperienced to ride horses and be part of the cavalry. The fear of vegetables is known as lachanophobia. During the cremation of a 500-pound body, the corpse was so obese that it set the crematorium on fire. In English, 12 is the largest number with just 1 syllable. Out of the 400 parrot species, the kakapo parrot is the only one incapable of flight. The term shotgun in a car comes from the shotgun messenger used in stagecoaches, referring to the guard sitting next to the driver armed with the shotgun to keep robbers away. Hollywood's portrayal of Westerns popularized this term in society. January 17th is recognized as the day people tend to abandon their New Year's resolutions, commonly referred to as Ditch New Year's Resolution Day. Dinosaurs capable of running on 2 legs are termed bipeds. Russia holds the record for the most man-made satellites in orbit, boasting 1324 out of a total of 2271. The U.S. follows in second place with 658. The most intricate Chinese character requires a total of 62 strokes to write, with the word itself biang, lacking any specific meaning. African elephants, in an effort to protect themselves from poachers, have evolved without tusks, inadvertently impacting their species. The venom of a specific type of box jellyfish can induce a strong sense of anxiety, impending doom, and possibly thoughts of suicide. These symptoms may persist for up to 2 weeks. Lake Bled's Island stands as the sole natural island in Slovenia. In Switzerland, it is against the law to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. Sheep born with long tails have them removed to prevent infection. A group of rhinoceroses is collectively referred to as a crash. Due to the electoral college system, a presidential candidate can secure victory with just 23% of the popular vote. In the mid-1800s, a snail was inadvertently glued to a specimen card in the British Museum and spent 4 years affixed there before scientists realized it was still alive. Senior Citizens Day, honoring the older generation, falls on August 21st. William Shakespeare had a curse engraved on his tombstone to deter anyone from disturbing his remains. Acetaminophen, a popular painkiller, was initially rejected in 1887 due to side effects, but was later approved in 1955. It is known to restrain masculinity and dull emotions. In English, 12 is the largest number with just one syllable. Out of the 400 parrot species, the kakapo parrot is the only one incapable of flight. The term shotgun in a car comes from the shotgun messenger used in stagecoaches, referring to the guard sitting next to the driver armed with a shotgun to keep robbers away. Hollywood's portrayal of Westerns popularized this term in society. January 17th is recognized as the day people tend to abandon their New Year's resolutions, commonly referred to as Ditch New Year's Resolution Day. Dinosaurs capable of running on 2 legs are termed bipeds. Russia holds the record for the most man-made satellites in orbit, boasting 324 out of a total of 271. The U.S. follows in second place with 6 F-58. The most intricate Chinese character requires a total of 62 strokes to write, with the word itself, biang, lacking any specific meaning. African elephants, in an effort to protect themselves from poachers, have evolved without tusks, inadvertently impacting their species. Well, that brings us to the end of another fantastic journey through the realm of incredible facts. I hope you enjoyed the mind-bending discoveries as much as I did sharing them with you. If you're hungry for more knowledge, don't forget to browse through our other videos and hit that like button if you found today's facts as fascinating as I did. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss out on the latest wonders we uncover. Thank you for being part of our amazing facts community. Until next time, stay curious, stay amazed, and keep exploring the extraordinary. This is DJ from CuriousCraze Network signing off.